This episode you're about to view is based on an early alpha build of some new projects we're working on here at Kabam. Things are still at a work in progress stage and subject to change, so keep that in mind while you're watching. We hope that you like what you see so far in this new format for the Summoner Showdown 2021.
Welcome to Summoner Showdown 2021, where summoners get to showcase their skills for the world to see. And now we have our winners from our 3 qualifier matches of Nameless King Groot, Nameless Scarlet Witch, and Nameless, say it with me now, Hyperion! Now, each region's winners get to meet in the Battle Realm to find out who reigns supreme in their respective region. Then, they get to move on to the final stage. This is Summoner Showdown Semifinals. To decide who moves on to the finals, each region will run a series competition where their 3 winners will go head-to-head in a brand new fast-paced 1v1 competitive experience built on the foundation of last year's Summoner Showdown. Let's check it out. Similarly to last year, all 3 semi-finalists from each region will face off against each other in a series format, putting their brains and their thumbs to the test. The winner of each region's semi-finals will fight for the title, the trophy, and the glory of Summoner Showdown 2021. Alright, now, while this year's Summoner Showdown is similar to last year, there are some key differences. First off, with the new format, all aspects are being played in-game, which gives you a very fast-paced and exciting way to play. And there's some new rules going on here in the way that we score. So John, my main man, take it away.
Thanks, Dave. I'm super excited for the Summoner Showdown 2021 format. Let's go over how you get points in this new mode. So here we have 3 main areas that we're going to be scoring you on. The first and the biggest is going to be Defender HP remaining. This is where the brunt of your score is going to come from, so you're always going to make sure to push that opponent down and KO them if possible. Secondly, we want to see some aggressive play coming out of our players this year, so we're actually rewarding them for having quicker fights. That means the more aggressive you play, the faster you get that opponent down, the more points you'll earn. And lastly, if you KO the opponent, we also have attacker HP remaining. That means after you successfully KO the opponent, the more health that you have, the more points you'll get. So with all 3 of these combined, this is how we'll be deciding who wins each round of the Summoner Showdown, semifinals, and finals.
This year, each summoner will create a deck and recruit 30 champions to use in the Summoner Showdown tournament. When ready, they enter into a picks and bans phase, where each summoner will ban 3 champions from their opponent's deck. However, this remains hidden from their opponents until all bans are chosen on both sides for that round. From there, we enter into a snake draft, where a single champion pick starts at the beginning of the draft with the first summoner and ends with a single choice with the second summoner. This single choice will pull from 3 random selections out of their respective decks. Now, in between, both summoners will alternate 3 rounds of picks and choose 2 champions at a time, pulling from 5 random options out of their remaining deck to populate their hand. Now, they've got to make their selections within the time limit, or risk a forced random pick. Keep in mind, their chosen champion can be used for either attack or defense, so they've got to choose wisely. Once chosen, unselected champions return to their respective decks, and we enter into the battle phase. For a single round, the player that selected their champion first in the draft will go first. Each summoner will take a turn to place their defensive champion, followed by both setting their respective attackers. Once a champion is used from the summoner's hands, they can no longer use that champion in any future defense or attack placements for the rest of the match. From there, the match begins, and each summoner will enter into their respective fights. For each round, scoring will be based on the defender's hit points removed, time remaining, and the attacker's remaining health. The first summoner to take the best of 3 rounds wins the match. From there, The summoner with the best set of matches will be the winner of the Summoner Showdown semifinals for their region. That skilled summoner will find themselves among the best of their respective regions, waiting to take the throne in the finals of this year's Summoner Showdown. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back to Summoner Showdown 2021. I'm here in the house with my main man, John, and we've got some great competitions to take a look at today. I'm pretty sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm excited to see some fierce competitors go up against some tough challenges and see who comes out on top.
Absolutely, man. And we have our 3 semifinalists from the Europe and Russia region, and we had a chance to catch up with them and find out what they think about being in this competition. And first up, on that note, from Sweden is Swedeah. Let's see what he had to say.
Hi, I'm Swedeah. I'm representing the European region, Summoner Showdown 2021, and I'm fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden.
My favorite champion, if everyone knows this, Kamala Khan. I started playing with her just to test her out, and she has utility and damage, and that's pretty much it. To the other contestants, I look forward to fighting against you, and I'm gonna wish you good luck.
Wow, really great to hear from Swedeah here, and I believe he needs no real introduction. Most of the community already knows him, and if you don't, he's already boasting almost 30,000 YouTube subscribers, mostly known for all of those great fights with Kamala Khan. And dude loves bowling, which is really great, because I love bowling, but I can never find anybody to bowl with me, so it's all good, but that's impressive. What's even more impressive is the fact that he took down nameless Hyperion with a She-Hulk, which is also another fan favorite.
Yeah, but he can't be the only one with the glory here. We also have some other fierce competitors coming in, namely, coming out of Finland, we have Fintech. Let's learn a little bit more about him.
I'm Fintech, I'm from Kotka in Finland. I'm representing Europe and Russia in this year's Summoner Showdown. My favorite champion to play is Tigra, by far. She's not easy to play. It took some time to learn to play her well, but when you use her right, she is amazing. I will be the 2021 Summoner Showdown champion.
Awesome hearing from Fintech, absolute monster of a player here. He's super amazing, super talented. Not only did he qualify in week 2 using Ghost to take down Nameless Scarlet Witch, he also boasted the best score in week 3 against Nameless Hyperion, meaning he's already beat Swedeah once. So let's see if you can do it again.
Wow, didn't know that. That sounds like quite the rivalry. But it sounds like a friendly rivalry because it seems like he's friends with Swedeah from what I hear.
Yeah, it seems like these two already get along. A little bit of friendly competition. Let's see who comes out on top.
That's right. And let's not forget we have one more semifinalist, and that, from Germany, is coming in with Akoris.
Hey everyone, my name is Akoris. I'm gonna represent the Europe and Russian region, and I'm fighting from Marburg, Germany. My favorite champion in the game is Hyperion. He has everything, like the best utility and has the best damage in the game. I would just like to say that if you want to be the best, then you need to take out the best. I will be the Summoner Showdown champion this year.
Good stuff from Akoris here, and he came out swinging on his battle in more ways than one as he used the community's choice. The Summoner's Choice champion Hercules, as he was swinging around that mace and taking down nameless King Groot. Something I didn't know is he's completing his master's in material science. Hey John, do you think he's ready to school the competition?
Well, I certainly hope so. I know he's been training his brain in that master's degree, so I'm excited to see if he can be the master of the contest as well.
Oh, very, very nice. Well, looks like our players are ready to go, and we can get right into our picks and bans phase.
So here we've got Sweda and Fintech coming in for their picks and bans. We see Apocalypse banned out here by Swedeah. Really great pick. Very strong character, both on attack and defense. Really like that ban. I think it's a great call. Bishop, another great one too.
Absolutely. You're going to want to control that power because he can get pretty out of hand.
Yeah, and unless you're rocking an Ultron, I always have a really tough time with him. He's, ever since his rework came out, absolute monster defender, really great attacker too. You really want to have that Incinerate immune, and Ultron is just really the best counter for that, which not a lot of people are running in their decks, I'd imagine. So really great ban.
Yep, and going after Penny Parker there, I can see exactly why you would want to do that. That's going to be a pretty tough opponent, so that is out of there.
Yeah, great call on the Penny, especially being a kind of fresh character. I think she's a really tough defender, especially when you put her on some tricky nodes. So yeah, great ban there. Totally love that one. The Mojo and the Spider-Gwen bans coming out from Fintech. Really great bans there. I personally cannot stand fighting Mojo, so yeah, I don't blame him at all on that one. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. So we've already got a pick here for Human Torch, which works both on defense and offense. So that is a great pick, a pretty safe pick.
Yeah.
Mysterio, got a
Abomination.
Mysterio going on there.
Yeah, really great. Both of them can be tricky defenders or attackers. Love both of those picks. Swedeah here picking up.
The champion pick is looking really good here, and not only for the power gain, but also for that block penetration. That is looking really good.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of it, especially giving him any kind of healing is just going to make that fight even longer. Really annoying to deal with. Like the Diablo pick, it's pretty strong. Going to be a little tougher to use his utility just because you won't be able to use his pre-fights in this game mode, unfortunately, which means he does lose his ability to deal with buffs, but he does still have a lot of poisons and a lot of healing. See the OG Vision
I
here.
agree.
Love the OG Vision. Amazing power control character. Robot, so he's got the immunities. And he's got a lot of power gain and even heal block if you need it too. Great pick there.
Yep, and the power control, as well as not actually having to make contact with the opponent in order to gain that power. So that can be a very dangerous ability.
Yeah, for sure. Ebony Maw, another great one. Super tricky defender. Once you kind of start slipping up, he can really just take control of the fight and punish you hard. And we see the other Vision here. Very surprised actually to see the Age of Ultron Vision. I know that the OG Vision is definitely a little bit more popular and widely regarded as the stronger of the two. But interesting to see that Swedeah is going for the alternative version of Vision. And then, yeah, the Dormammu there too.
Personally, I love that I love that dichotomy going on there because one side is the offensive side with the Age of Ultron, because he's going to be able to take advantage of that spite and steal that power, where you have the defensive version on the other side that's just going to be gaining power, and you have to really take advantage of that. And maybe we'll even see a match against those two. Who knows?
Yeah, last few we saw there, Mr. Negative and Archangel coming in for Swedeah. Both really great characters. Archangel not a great defender, but a great attacker. Rogue and Havoc. Havoc is great on both offense and defense, and Rogue great for masochism to super masochism, so that stun they reflect is not too crazy. Getting into picks here, first defender picked for Swedeah is going to be Champion. So yeah, Champion I think is super annoying to deal with, especially somewhere that they're healing a lot. You're really going to want somebody that can nullify or reverse healing. So yeah, tough stuff to deal with. Mysterio also super tough defender.
On the other side, yeah, absolutely. And that's a tough AI to play against, especially with all of those heavy attacks. And those heavy attacks have a sneaky way of hitting you from a distance. So.
Yeah, they can slip in for sure. I don't know if I agree with the Diablo pick. I think you're gonna have a really tough time with Mysterio. He is poison immune, which means Diablo is gonna lose out on a lot of his damage. You will be able to heal up, but it can be a pretty tough fight for sure. We know these guys are amazingly skilled, so maybe they're gonna be able to fight their way through it. We've seen some really tough matchups overcome before, but yeah, getting into it, Mysterio is gonna be a tough one, especially with that spike node.
Yeah, but it looks like he's doing okay so far here, and he's going to be able to heal up.
Yeah, good call going for the special one to keep the top up going. Just keeping yourself healthy in case, you know, anything happens that you might not have been expecting. Unfortunate thing here is since he can't apply those poisons, he's not going to be able to get rid of super masochism, which means stunning is not going to be an option in this fight, and he's going to have to bait a lot of specials, which might end up triggering spite. So we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled on that. But so far, he's doing a great job of keeping in control of the fight.
I really want to take a look at the mastery he has here of being able to sidestep without activating. Oh, well, spoke too soon. He was doing excellent up until this part.
I do think that maybe trying to bait the special one might be a little bit easier, just so you can play around that spite a little bit more. Really unfortunate he got clipped there with the dexterity passive or buff up. Is going to result in him falling to the special 3 there. Just too much power gain, and Mysterio, being the tricky defender he is, kind of just overtook the Diablo.
Yeah, I liked what he was going for, though. I think I could see how he was trying to build this up. You know, being able to heal and being able to use his block as a way to bait out heavy attacks and then return attack without taking too much damage, and then topping back up. And if that was what he was trying to do, that is absolutely fantastic. On top of his ability to not activate precision up until that last part there.
Yeah.
I was really enjoying that fight.
Yeah, well, now that we saw Swedeah's hand played, why don't we check out Fintech and see how he does as an attacker. Just did a great job as a defender. Going to be a tougher matchup here. Ma, not really widely regarded as an amazing attacker. Ooh, lands that parry. It's a hard habit to break, I gotta tell you, especially on a punishing node like Super Masochism.
Oh, for sure. I personally like Ebony Maw, even before he was updated.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot to offer here, especially when he gains that falter.
Yeah, you know what?
That's going to give him a lot of space here. So without having to attack, lots of openings, as long as he can plan his way around that. We're approaching 40 right here, and he may have himself another opening.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's actually a great show, too, because if he triggers the Unstoppable during that falter, he's not going to hit react, and it actually means he'll be able to land more hits during that moment.
Absolutely.
He is going to be able to nullify the Furies, which is great to deal with, because if you nullify the Furies, it removes his PVs, which means that he won't be gaining that Unstoppable the next time he comes around. Looks like he's running Mystic Dispersion as well, so getting a ton of power whenever those buffs do end. Okay, nice job getting rid of the dexterity.
He would wait a little bit longer on that SP2, but I can understand why. He didn't want to build him up too far.
Yeah.
He could have really tripled up on those on that falter degeneration. Oh,
there's still plenty of fight left to go. He's got the Black Tongue on now. Yeah, nice. Unfortunately,
there he goes. Yeah,
big damage there on the first 2 hits there. He gets the double degens. Yeah, gotta watch out for the Unstoppable. Ooh, wow. Very, very close there. He didn't get punished.
Oh, he's gonna get save here though, is he?
No,
oh,
he's good.
He almost got the save, and there it is. All that degen damage is just doing damage on your behalf while you're faltering, which is really great stuff. I think this is gonna make people take a second look at Ebony Maw here.
Very close on getting that heavy. Saved on the last one. Yeah, you really gotta respect how safe of a character Ebony Maw can be there. You saw a couple times. That falter coming in, letting him be able to just really control the fight. Even if his damage isn't the most insane in the game, he controls the fight quite like, or not quite like any other champion.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, again, people are going to take a second look at him. And also seeing that signature ability come into play here with doing all of that extra damage, because a high sig Ebony Maw is going to be doing some extra damage on that degen, and it was really nice to see that. That was a very well fought fight.
Yeah, excellent work by Fintech to come in here and take that first round of this best of 3. Really great stuff there, and yeah, I'm curious to see what they pull in next. You know, the Diablo versus Mysterio, a little bit tough there. I think it's yeah, that's certainly a much harder fight than the champion and Maw there. Maw is a great pick for that. You know, especially these guys, I know both of them love to fight the champion boss along with, you know, Metal Sonic Dude. These guys are always competing for whatever that new hard boss is to get these crazy runs. I wouldn't be surprised if they've beaten champion boss with almost every character on the roster at this point. So, yeah, maybe considering it more, that's something we should have thought about a little bit more with picking the champion, is a lot of people are just so familiar with him with that boss fight. That, yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays into the future, but great first round from both of these players.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to see the next.
Here we go with the defender picks. So we've got Fintech picking his defender here. A lot of good options still open here. Havoc, obviously an amazing defender. Mortal Abomination. Yeah, I've got to feel like Havoc is the best option here as a defender out of what Fintech's got up for him, but... yeah, he could have something.
It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah.
Human Torch is going to come up at some point here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got Havoc.
There it is.
Okay.
Nice, nice. Great pick. Yeah, totally agree with that one. I got to say that's probably, I would say, his strongest one there. Mr. Negative, you know what?
Mr. Negative.
Yeah, Fintech doesn't have anybody with Disorient or Debuff Shrugging, so gonna have to deal with those reverse controls, and if you're not used to it, that's a pretty tough fight. So, yeah, and who's he going to take here? Rogue. Actually, you know what? I was wrong. He does have Debuff Shrug. He's got Rogue.
Yeah. Just gotta last just a little bit there, so it doesn't last too long.
Yeah.
Hopefully she can shrug it off fast enough.
Yeah. And getting into the first fight here, we have Vision, Age of Ultron, and Havoc. Great fight here. As long as you're power draining Havoc, a lot of his kit's not going to be a problem. Vision should have more than enough power to keep him locked down almost the whole fight. So yeah, really great draft here for Swedeah on this one.
Great
yeah,
stuff.
great punish on the heavy.
Good bait of the heavy. Oh, really great intercept right there. That was clutch.
Ooh, nice
Oh,
stuff.
he's landing it right there. That's some good stuff.
And you know what's interesting there is it looks like the heal block actually stopped the super buffet from triggering, or super masochism, sorry, from triggering. So yeah, actually even better than I thought there, where if he can trigger that heal block, oh, you know what, he's not even triggering at all because he hasn't hit him down. Never mind. Great control of this fight so far though. I mean, that's
keeping him on the wall.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Getting those backdraft intercepts in the house. That is just an exciting thing to watch.
Oh yeah, you love to see it. And yeah, just absolute control of this fight. Havoc hasn't thrown a single special attack. He hasn't been able to build any of his plasma buildups. Really just totally in control here. And yeah, masterful showing from Swedeah on this. I like the decision to not wait a little bit and go for the special 2 there. Much rather keep the special 1 just to keep this Havoc on lock the whole time. And just continuing to wail into him here. Excellent showing so far.
This is good stuff. I'm really liking this, and Havoc's really giving him a lot of those heavy attacks, and he's holding heavy. He's holding his block just enough to bait that out. That's not an easy skill to have because you got to know exactly when that's going to happen, and he has an absolute mastery over this.
Yeah, it actually looks like he's holding block after his combos to see if he'll bait a heavy, and then he's actually light intercepting him out of it, which is, yeah, really not an easy thing to do at all. So amazing skill coming out of Swedeah here to be able to perform some really high-level gameplay, and yeah, Europe is really coming out swinging on this one. Both of these guys looking like strong competitors.
Intercept. Yeah, this right here is a Vision masterclass. Oh, took a little bit of a hit there, but it doesn't look like he's going to suffer all that much. He's going to make that back with his adrenaline. Oh,
reparry there, I think. But
yeah, took a little bit of a reparry.
Yeah, there it closes it out. Really clean, strong fight from Swedeah. Excellent choice picking the Vision Age of Ultron into the Havoc. Yeah, I have nothing else to say other than great pick.
Yep, and great fight. That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, it was absolutely clean. Clipped there a little bit at the end, but honestly, I would say 90% of that fight couldn't have played better. I really loved the trying to bait heavy with block and then going for light intercept if they come at you. That's awesome to do, and definitely something I'm going to be taking notes of and trying to do at home.
Absolutely. I also love the fact that, if I'm guessing correctly, on his medium intercepts here, he's holding down his block to bait out those heavies, but also having that block set, just like you said about the specials, but then overriding that block with the right-hand side swipe. You don't actually have to lift off in order to get that done, and that is just efficiency of input at that point.
Yeah, really great stuff. Yeah, so let's see how Fintech can answer. Fintech coming in here, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm curious to see if the Delirium is going to be short enough with Rogue's passive to let him safely dodge these unblockable specials.
That's going to be something. I mean, it might even be that he has to be able to switch quickly between reverse and then back to normal in the middle of a special.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's going to try and go for special 2 here, and ooh, you know what? Yeah, no Delirium there. Oh, he doesn't have any charges yet. That's true. He needs his charges before he can get that Delirium. Looks like Fintech's gonna go for the special 2 here to try and keep him under wraps with power control. Let's see. Hopefully he gets some crits here. Oh, there's 2 crits there. Awesome. Almost right back to another special 2. Yeah, if he can keep this loop going, he's just gonna be, or it'll be curtains for our boy, Mr. Negative here. Oh, just barely clipped on the end of that.
A little bit. Yep. Oh, and a intercept right there.
Ooh. Saved it.
No, it looks like he's back in the game. Yeah, he's got some of his health back from that adrenaline.
Yeah.
But this is looking really great. He's rinsing him out with that SP2. Goes for that stand-up intercept, gets it, and he's just kind of baiting out that special at this point, going on in.
Yeah. I like the ending the
He
combo
stopped
earlier
short.
there. Yeah, you know what? I think he didn't have quite enough power to get to the special 2. So I like ending the combo there early, trying to bait out a heavy or a combo into your block, so you can get right back in and get back to your special 2. Just narrowly misses the stand-up intercept there. AI putting their block up, but yeah, just rinsing him with these special 2s right now.
Oh, that's looking great. Those crits are really making the difference here.
Big time. Yeah, another stand-up intercept. Great stuff coming out from Fintech here. Ooh.
Yeah, I think he knows he's got this in the bag at this point, because there would have been a choice to maybe heal up here and get some extra points on the health, but he's choosing to go all out.
Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting choice or point on that healing there. He might have been able to squeak out some more points because attackers' HP remaining is a value that we are measuring for these fights. So going to be interesting to see if he ends up taking that one or losing it, and maybe a special 1 here or there could have made the difference for him. But great job cleaning that fight out. Rogue, a pretty uncommonly used attacker, but a very powerful one in the right hands.
I actually prefer it this way over sweeps, even though sweeps are exciting, but coming down to the last round puts pressure on both players,
Yeah.
and I'm ready for it.
Going into the defenders here, we have Dormammu picked for Swedeah. Tricky defender, especially on a node like Spite, where they're going to be gaining more power. His special 2 really annoying to deal with. Not really dexable, just going to be lots of block damage, especially on this unblockable specials node. So great pick there. Coming in with the Immortal A-Bomb.
Immortal Abomination, yeah, going up against Archangel there. That's going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, both of these matchups.
Human Torch. Human Torch against the Mystic. There it goes, man. That's rough stuff, man. Rough stuff, but we'll see what happens.
That's a quick fight, but I think this Archangel going into Immortal A-Bomb is going to be a real quick one, too. Let's see. Oh, so he triggered the regen there. He got a crit. He got the bleed. So now he can safely parry. Gets a couple neurotoxins.
Yes, he can.
Let's see. Maybe he can get up to those 3 neurotoxins. Let's see.
Oh, there he goes.
Nice.
He does.
Archangel, great
Oh,
pick here.
that is good stuff. I mean, I think he's pretty safe at this point.
Yeah, now that he's got those neuros, at least 3 of them, he's going to be able to safely parry. Ooh, unfortunately gets clipped there.
Ooh, got a little too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuns coming in, though. He's going to get another one here. Nice. Yeah, excellent work. Gets the special attack in. Great stuff so far here from Swedeah. Honestly, just a super smart pick coming in here. I really like this Archangel into the Immortal Abomination. I think that's an
This
awesome
is a wrench
pick.
right here.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. There we go.
Super great pick there. Immortal Abomination going to be poisoning himself, which is 50% of the equation you need for a neurotoxin. So yeah, having that Archangel there, he's also automatically triggering Masochism, and he's going to be stopping the healing. Yeah, really great pick.
Oh, so he came back with an answer. They are 2-2 apiece, and we got to see what happens next, because this is getting hairy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how Fintech can answer too. All right. So Torch into our boy Dormammu here. You know what, Torch? If he can get that the temperature up and keep those incinerates on, he's gonna not only be doing tons of incinerate damage, he's also gonna be reversing the healing of this Dormammu from that Masochism node. So yeah, really good pick.
That's right.
Let's see if he baits the special 1 here. Ooh, goes for a parry.
Oh.
Gets comboed.
A little bit of hits there. Here
Nice.
we go.
Good job not triggering the dex there. Not triggering Dormammu's passive. Ooh, wow, that was a close one. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to be able to see some heavy charging off of that special 1.
Yeah.
And how that looks. Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting really close here. Getting a little hairy here for Fintech. He's got to hope that Dormammu is throwing his special pretty quick here. Ooh, the power flood. Oh no, he's up to the special 3.
No.
Let's see. Dormammu's special 3 doesn't do a ton of damage, so he might be able to live.
Yeah.
He does have class advantage. So Dormammu's going to be doing a bit less damage. Yeah, it looks like he'll be okay coming out of it. Oh no.
Oh, takes one right off the top. Oh, yeah, go right into the SP3.
Yeah, great.
See what we can work.
Great one there. You're going to heal a lot from adrenaline as well, top himself back up, and yeah, get himself out of that assassin's range if Swedeah's got it on. And he's got a ton of smolder charges right now, so he's going to be just having huge incinerates. Oh, wow.
There you go.
The whole thing.
Goes in there. Yep, I love that. Love to see that. Too bad he wasn't able to take advantage of the Nova Flame at the moment there, but I think he's doing just fine here because he's melting away.
Great work there. Excellent job.
Tops it off with the SP1 just to show off at the end. I noticed it. If you noticed it, good for you. But that makes me happy.
Yeah, great job closing that fight out. Good recovery after the special 3. But yeah, looking at the stats here though, it does look like Swedeah beat him out. Comes up with more HP remaining and yeah, shorter fights. So really great stuff from Swedeah. Both of these guys, really close fights, really tight, and yeah, awesome work from both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Answered and finished out that match.
Yeah, so I really liked Swedeah's picks there. I think he hit some really great ones, especially that Immortal Abomination into Archangel. Yeah, super smart to kind of use Immortal Abomination's own kit against himself. He's generating his own poisons. He's going to be getting rid of Masochism. He's going to be healing less. He's going to be giving Archangel the poisons. A really smart pick there. And yeah, the Havoc into, or the Vision Age of Ultron into the Havoc, another great pick too. I would say just really great draft by Swedeah in this fight.
Absolutely, and just the masterful playing that we saw here. Again, that Vision fight is going to be a masterclass for a lot of people. I keep talking about that. I think that was my favorite fight out of the entire series here. Pretty great stuff. I can't wait to see the next fight. All right, we are here on the next fight here, and we're in the picks and bans phase. How are you feeling about this one, John?
Yeah, I am excited to see more picks and bans. See the different pools of characters coming in. We've got Fintech versus Akoris this time around. Fintech coming in to ban the Mysterio and the Penny. We saw in the last round that that Mysterio is certainly a big problem. And personally, I wouldn't want to deal with it either, so I don't blame him on that ban at all. I think that's a great pick. And yeah, a couple others here too.
And also, when pulled out that Ebony Maw, I guess he doesn't want the other side to have that advantage.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe he... we saw he does have the Human Torch, but he might not have other counters for it, so good call on getting rid of it and kind of eliminating that. Mysterio ban coming out for Akoris as well. Really seems like a lot of people are gravitating towards that so far. I think he's super tough on this node. Yeah, Havoc is another great option to ban here too. If you don't have the right counter, it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, and we got our first pick here with a Void, which is a pretty good choice here going into Spite to get some of that power control down.
Yeah, and you know what? Also against the Super Masochism here, if you can get those debuffs on, you're going to be reversing the healing from Super Masochism. You also have a way to get rid of the timer so that you can safely parry. Yeah, great pick. Bishop and Sasquatch coming in here for Akoris. I would say both of those are very strong. Both of them can be used as a attacker or a defender. Say a little bit more on the defense side, but both still great picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Pulling in a Domino is going to be a great attacker as well as a painful defender.
Yeah, Punisher 2099, a kind of uncommonly used but powerful power control character. I'd be curious to see if he's running the Tech Collar Mastery to maybe help out the Punisher 2099 a little bit more. But yeah, I would see some interesting picks here for sure. Yeah, both of them can be annoying. You know what? Unblockable specials with Punisher 2099, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's tough.
Yeah, speaking of unblockable specials, we've got ourselves a Nick Fury here, and that can't be easy either.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who he picks here. There's, you know, She-Hulk, Warlock. The Daredevil is an interesting one for me. I wonder, you know what? That could be a really good trap pick for if the opponent has a defender that has largely just projectiles. That Daredevil could be a really solid pick. Yeah,
a lot of good options here.
Wow, he actually picks the Daredevil.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, picks the Daredevil over the
go.
Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. I feel like, Yeah, I don't know if I personally would do that, but I'm interested to see. You know what? Actually, he can deal with the Punisher 2099 with it, so I bet you that's his plan there. If that Punisher is on defense, he can get away from those specials. That's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a Hyperion pick here and an Apocalypse pick. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Oh, it goes for the Sasquatch instead.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for that Arcus there, because that's a tough one on Spite as well. So, but he does have a Warlock. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what we have left here. Good picks to choose from.
Yeah, you know what? Warlock into Sasquatch can be a really tough fight because Sasquatch is both bleed immune and immune to armor breaks. So Warlock's not going to be able to get a lot of his damage off in that fight. You will be able to stop the healing and power control him, but it's going to be tough for the rest of it.
Absolutely. All right, who do we have here? Oh, he went with Star-Lord. That's an interesting pick.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if these fights are going to be long enough to really get the full power out of Star-Lord here. I think that Clairvoyant's a great pick. Really just a jack-of-all-trades kind of character. But yeah, the Star-Lord's a really interesting one for me there.
All right, we're coming to the tail end of the snake draft here with the final single pick here. What do you think? I'm thinking Hyperion.
Yeah, if he didn't just get that Apocalypse, if Fintech wasn't able to pick it up, I would have said Kingpin is a great option here. But never mind, he picks the Kingpin anyways. But yeah, I feel like Apocalypse is just a great answer to Kingpin, and also a great answer to the Super Masochism node. So it is a little tough. I guess if the APOC ends up as a defender, he's safe to use the Kingpin. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see who he goes here. All of those picks are pretty solid defenders. The Domino here, interesting. Yeah, who's he gonna use? Yeah, I guess Warlock is probably his best option against the Domino there. No really great answers.
He's going to be holding on to that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to go Daredevil here first off, just as a surprise defender?
I don't think it's worth using the Daredevil. I think the Daredevil is a great counter to if he picks Punisher.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, I think Sasquatch is a great call there. That's a super tough defender. The Daredevil, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, but I do like the idea of using it to specifically counter that Punisher 2099. Yeah, it comes in with the Warlock here. I totally agree with that pick. Void here, yeah, I think both of those attacker picks are really kind of spot on. That's what I would go with as well. Void versus Sasquatch here, gonna be able to reverse all of his healing, or at least remove the healing, because Sasquatch will cancel the healing if he gets reversed. But he will be able to reverse the healing from Masochism, and he has class advantage. So this is a really great pick here.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the way that this all feels during this draft and pick phase, because it gives a whole other level of excitement to the fight. Just seeing how everyone's acumen in terms of knowing the game, how to counter, who to pick, and where. We're going to see what actually reigns supreme here in the final fight.
You know what's actually interesting about Super Masochism is it only targets specific debuffs, so it's not the same as the other. So actually stuff like Petrify won't be reflected. So yeah, super interesting pick there. Does end up landing a parry there and getting stunned, but he's getting tons of debuff damage in now.
Yep, and super lucky to get 2 Petrifies right off the bat.
Oh yeah, and he gets a really early proc on the Wrath of Tanarak. You know, he's got this fight in control now. Just got to be careful of that Unstoppable. Does he go for the punish? Okay, so if you're quick enough, you can punish the Unstoppable on that special too, but the timing's pretty tricky. And he's probably not worth it most of the time. Out of the Wrath of Tanarak now, though. Big damage time here. No longer stun immune. No longer going to have tons of bonus power gain. And going to get the Fear of the Void pretty quick here, too.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to see some reverse action coming up very, very soon here.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta believe that he's definitely got the Despair Mastery on here. And he should be just, he's absolutely rinsing this now. Just needs some Petrifies. If he gets 1 or 2 Petrifies, you're just gonna see this Sasquatch start to just completely disappear. Already almost in that Assassin's range.
Absolutely, and those backdraft intercepting with the light attack. And then did you see how fast he was able to adapt, knowing that he didn't get it on that second round there? And he was still able to back out, which is very, very good. one of the main things about using that light attack is that you get that quick recovery, and you can actually you can avoid getting damaged. And he finishes off the fight here with an excellent finish.
Yeah, I think that was a absolutely excellent pick, and even more excellent play. I don't think he had a single slip up. He maybe landed one parry by accident, but took very little damage from it, and really just played that phenomenally. Never gave Sasquatch any real control of the fight. A lot of time he'll push you into the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a fantastic fight. Again, there's a lot of masterclasses to be had in this series. I think people are really, really enjoying themselves watching this.
Yeah, now let's check out the next fight. All right, Warlock into Domino here. I have had my fair share of Dominoes on Spite. I very frequently take that past 7, and she is always on that node 34 for me, or 33. And this is by no means an easy fight. She will always be gaining power this entire fight now. And lucky for him, he has the Resonate Mastery. Amazing pick there. Love it on Warlock. And yeah, it looks like Fintech also has willpower, so he will be able to effectively power control this Domino. Ooh, gets clipped though.
Ooh. Yep. What I love about Warlock is his reach ability, because Domino stops short, and it makes those side steps so much easier.
Yeah, being tech as well means he'll never be unlucky, so he'll always be able to land those decks, which is very key with these unblockable specials. He's gonna need to get another infection and a debuff on here quick, but he's getting close to that special 2, which means a big spike in damage for this Warlock. But man,
there we go. He's got that infection set in.
Yeah, he just needs the debuff on her now to get that power control in. But man, yeah, that critical failure is just really laying into him. Just he's losing a lot of health off of it, but handling the fight really well so far. Unlucky on the last hit of the special 2 there to only get 1 armor break, but still some huge damage.
Yeah, and that great power control going on there after setting on that debuff. Oh, yep, there he's got it in.
Yep.
It looks like he's about to wash this, man.
Yeah, he's so far, as long as he doesn't get clipped here, he should be okay. Oh, one more hit there. Might have been able to get the... Okay, so he's got to be careful. No debuff here. She might be able to get to a special 3 if he doesn't get that special off soon. Oh, thank goodness. Good. Yeah, okay. So he's got to play a little slow, wait out this lucky phase, and then he can go back in, try to land the special 2. Oh, she's getting close to that special 3 again. Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Oh,
really clutch.
Oh, man.
No. Oh, his infection ran out there. So he was great special intercept there to be able to get those armor breaks on, pull her off of the special 3. Just unfortunate that the infection ran out there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough, man. Watching that going from 2 3/4 bars right into that 3, it's just inevitable. That's got to be a heart-sinking feeling.
Oh yeah, that Smite node with Warlock is always tough to deal with. He's gonna be on a buff the whole time, so great plan having the Resonate there. Makes Warlock an incredible character, but yeah, that Domino on Spite is very tough to deal with. So
that Resonate did very well for him, as well as those armor breaks. It was really draining her power down. It just unfortunately wasn't enough to clinch the fight.
Yeah, let's see what they got for round 2. Cool. So yeah, there we see Fintech takes round 1, and we got to see if Akoris can answer back here. Who's he going to put in for his defender? I gotta say Bishop here is the pick for me. He doesn't have a great answer. Punisher 2099 is his best answer for this Bishop. Maybe you can bring the Apocalypse in. Yeah, I totally agree with that Bishop.
Yep.
Sasquatch, yeah, I agree with the Sasquatch as well. Super tough defender. He doesn't really have a great way to answer it. I think the best thing he could do is maybe come in with Claire and use the poisons to try to deal with the healing and the power control. But even then, he goes with the Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. I did not see that coming. Maybe he's hoping to get lucky on those heal blocks, maybe?
Yeah, okay, so he goes with the Apocalypse here. I like the Apocalypse pick. He can effectively null out the Incinerate. He will take some damage before then. He just has to be careful not to bleed Bishop, or he'll have a really bad time. But yeah, if he does end up throwing that special 1, he can eventually ignore the Incinerates. He's probably going to go for the special 2 here, though. I don't think you're going to be able to dex that special 1. So, good stuff so far.
That's I mean, some can. Oh, that was a little bit late, but luckily that gives him some distance to recover.
You know what? I actually don't think that was the worst thing in the world. Sure, he doesn't get the debuffs off onto him, but what that also means is he's spending a lot more time blocking, which means he's going to be converting those prowess into regen, which means he's going to have less prowess to try and deal with after. Plus Apocalypse into a Mutant, actually a really great fight. He's not going to have the stun into block, but he does have applying both of the debuffs off of one special, which saves a ton of time of his ramp up. Great dex there on the special too.
Great dex on that. Yeah, missed it on the first one, but he came back for redemption.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing he's got going for him here too is he can actually land those parries because Apocalypse will reduce their shrug ability accuracy. They will not be able to purify debuffs. He can safely land those parries. Okay, he's got to bait out the special too. Ooh, just clipped by the end of it. Wow, this is a close one here. Oh man, okay, so this special 2 is going to do some big damage and heal him back with Adrenaline. Yeah, you see that he gained about 10% HP back. Really great stuff. Good heavy intercept here too.
Yep, that is good stuff. Yeah, it looks like they're going for that safe route on that SP2, and it looks like he's dexing that about 50% at this point.
Yeah.
He backs off not to give him that SP1 and goes in, hopefully trying to push him to that SP2. Looks like he's going to block here and try to avoid.
Reparry. Yeah, nice.
Yep, get a reparry. Yep, absolutely.
It looks like they're all running the Limber Mastery here as well, which is going to help a ton with their defenders by not letting them actually safely land a heavy attack. So you'd see here, normally you'd parry heavy with Apocalypse, use a heavy attack. Well, I guess actually you don't really want to make Bishop bleed. No, it's tight. Yeah, that bleed did a lot of damage to him. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Ooh.
Oh, he does the sidestep, the AI sidestep. One of my favorite pieces of pie in the game.
Yeah, it's close.
Oh man, yeah, that was a close fight. He almost clinched it there. It seems like maybe he just wasn't timing that SP2 as well as he probably normally does.
Yeah.
And that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, really close one. I would say great fight. That's not an easy matchup by any means. Super tough stuff, but very well executed by Fintech. Yeah, we're going to have to see how Akoris can answer to that.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Star-Lord. I think the plan here is as long as you can ramp Star-Lord up enough, which you will have the opportunity to do during those damage resist phases, you can probably out-damage the healing. But I think this is going to be a really tough fight.
Yeah, if you can play with... Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me too many times in war. I've had to claim a death in my BG a couple more times than I would have liked because I tried to punish that special one.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for a plan of using Spite to his advantage and hoping for him to get a lot of baits.
Yeah, not respecting the Spite enough, and also the increased power gain that Sasquatch gets during that Wrath of Tanarak. Gonna spell a special 3, but looks like he should still have a good amount of health here to try and deal with it after.
Yeah. You mean despite his best efforts?
Something like that. So, yeah, this is tough. You know what's even... Oh, he got a Fury too. Oh man, this Spite Note is just really having a tough time.
Oh yeah. I've been there. That's just the...
That's a tough fight.
The frustration launch. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Ah man, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's a really rough one to go into. Star-Lord, if you get lucky on the special 2, maybe has a little bit better control of the fight. But you know what? I think he put a good effort in there. And a super tough matchup. I would be absolutely floored if he would get any farther than that. That'd be absolutely insane. I think he did great given the circumstance. But yeah, it looks like Fintech is going to be taking this one.
It's a tough one, man. I was kind of hoping that he would be able to play around with that SP1 using Spite, having a steady set of power gain on the opponent, and just kind of going back in and countering those special attacks. But that just didn't shake out for this round.
Yeah, that special one's real tough to deal with. But yeah, congrats to Fintech here on taking this one. Ends up going 2-0 here. So yeah, tough drafts for Akoris here. Really. Honestly, great drafts by Fintech to put him in that position. But yeah, well, hopefully Akoris can answer back.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what happens in the next fight.
Akoris versus Swedeah here. Swedeah taking his first round that he was in here, or the first series he was in, putting the pressure on Akoris here. Curious to see who they end up picking for the ban list here.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, has to make a big showing here to stay in the game. And Fintech did get 2 rounds in a row, sweeping that series. So that puts him in a really great position. We're going to see if Swedeah can answer for that.
Yeah, for sure. Pressure's super on Akoris right now. Obviously, yeah, if Swedeah can take this one, he'll take the whole thing. Akoris is going to have to win this one to come back. Love Akoris's bans here. Warlock, Weapon X, and Bishop. All 3 of those are very tough defenders. Also, Warlock, a great attacker. Actually, a great ban there to deal with that utility. Apoc, Penny, and Warlock on the other side.
Weapon X is a tough one to deal with. I agree with that ban wholeheartedly.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a Warlock to deal with it. Curious if that Swedeah Warlock ban was actually to try and use the Weapon X, but yeah, Void picked here first. Also a decent answer to that Weapon X if you really had to. But yeah, I like the pick here. Swedeah's got some good picks here too.
Yeah, Swedeah's got, he's bringing in that Archangel, and he's bringing in the Immortal Abomination. I don't see one on their side. Maybe he won't get one. Maybe he might have they might see a repeat match between Archangel and Immortal Abomination. Who knows? That was such a great
Yeah,
fight.
that was really awesome pick. Love the Maul and the Spider-Gwen coming in here. I think that Maul is, as we saw in the first series here, versatile enough to be used as a great nullify character, or can be used as a tricky defender, which we haven't seen yet. I think Spider-Gwen also has the option of both. You're not going to be able to really reliably deal with her evade unless you have somebody like Nick Fury. And also she has that really long duration slow on her heavy. So if you are fighting a tricky, unstoppable or evade character, you can definitely use Spider-Gwen for that. Even power control with her innervate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I gotta say, out of all the champions that we've watched, Ma has kind of been my favorite with how versatile he is on this particular node. I'd say he's pretty Mawesome.
You could say that. That's something that anyone could really say if they really desired and wanted to do that. And I'm glad that you did.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
So we've got Punisher 2099 and Mojo coming in here for Swedeah. I'm liking this Punisher 2099 pick more as I think about that unblockable special more. So I'm curious to see if that actually gets broken out here. Mojo just generally a horrible defender to deal with. So another great pick there. And then Havoc and Thing coming in for Akoris. What do you think of those, Dave?
Oh yeah, I'm loving the Thing pick because that can be both a solid defender pick and attacker pick at the same time. So it's versatile in that way. Although leaning a little bit more on the defender side, that's going to be a lot to deal with when you're dealing with Spite and you can't hit him anymore. And it's just going to make it really tough.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think, the America Chavez here. You know what? That's a really interesting one. She's got a passive stun, so she won't trigger the masochism. And if you keep buffs on yourself, you'll be able to actually invert their power gain with her negative zones, which could be a really good piece of utility. Very new character too. And she has damage reflect as a defender, so people might not be ready for that. I think that's a really good niche pick there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that in action, actually, and see that reverse power gain in action. That's really great.
Oh, we see Spider-Gwen on both sides here. We also see Akoris pick up the Mysterio, which was a very powerful thing. Actually took down Swedeah in the first round. So curious to see if he goes for the Mysterio again here. It looks like he might. Seems to be Mysterio meta here on semifinals day.
Yeah, absolutely. Now our next defender here, who are you looking at here? I'm thinking Mojo, but maybe he might not want to make that play right away yet.
Yeah, I'm thinking Mojo might get taken down by the Void. I'm thinking, he's going for the America Chavez.
Oh, America Chavez.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
Who would you use? So there's nobody that has Wither, so you're not going to be able to shut down her modes. He doesn't have anybody that can deal with damage reflect, so it's not a great answer there. Who would you use? You could use Claire to try and heal through it. Not a bad option. Punisher 2099 into Mysterio here. You know what? I like it. He has armor break, so you can deal with those Mysterio modes from his specials easier, shorter duration, and he has pretty powerful power control, so he's not going to be throwing as many specials.
He's going Void, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he's got the class advantage there.
Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting fight. I did not expect to see the America Chavez on defense here. I thought that would have been a straight offensive play.
I think that she's
so that's surprising.
She's a tricky one because a lot of people don't think about that damage reflect she'll have. So I actually really like the Void here because the way it'll work out is he can actually just rack up that dot damage and avoid the damage resist entirely. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be his strategy. I think Swedeah also has willpower on, and Akoris has Resonate, as we just see trigger right there. Perfect timing. So he's going to have tons of healing to deal with, but that's a lot of power there on that America Chavez.
Yeah. I'm a little bit shocked. I think people are going to get to know who America Chavez really is today.
Yeah, especially with that. He's got to be careful. She gets that special too. That is not an easy special to Dex. Oh, he's playing with fire here. Oh, good side steps.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
very good.
clipped.
Yep.
I'm liking this America Chavez pick. I think with this node combination, it's quite good. If he ends up throwing another heavy here, he will go into he will get his blue phase, which will give him the damage reflect. So he's got to be careful not to bait out any more heavy attacks. Ooh, okay, so he's safe to bait one now. Almost at the Fear of the Void, though. He's definitely getting control of the fight again.
Yeah. Very, very good stuff. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. He got pushed up against the wall there, and he handled it with grace.
Ooh,
didn't panic. Oh, took a little bit of a stun there. Yeah, it's a rough one.
Wow, great job dexing the heavy in the corner there, though. Not an easy thing to do on a new character like this that you might not be familiar with. Ooh, just clipped by the special too.
Oh, those are tough.
Yeah. Ooh, parried.
Oh, those parries are rough.
Okay, so he's got to be careful here. He does have Fear of the Void in, so he's actually not going to get any power on the America Chavez from this. If he gets another Petrify, this fight should be curtains. He's got the Assassins now. Yeah, he's in control now. So let's see him close it out.
There he goes. And that steady health drain, and we finish it out. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great fight, man. That was actually really exciting.
Yeah, that was super close. Great comeback there, getting control of it again. And America Chavez, not a simple defender if you put her on the right node.
That's right, man. I think there's going to be a lot of conversation happening around America Chavez, especially in this mode, which is really exciting. Man, I kind of want to see that again, but another time.
Here we go into Sweda and Akoris here. Again, Sweda going in with the Punisher 2099. Gonna want to try and maybe use the special 1 to power control. Maybe go for the special 2 to get the armor breaks. Curious to see what his strategy here is.
Yeah, that's a very passive, Mysterio going on there. Didn't follow him back. He tried to get that backdraft intercept, and he literally just stood there, not even blocking.
But you know what? He's getting great damage in so far. Good damage or power control here, keeping in that battery, or keeping that battery up. Does he go for another special 1? Is nice. Yeah, I like it. Yep. So it looks like his goal here is just to keep Mysterio pretty low on power for the whole fight. And yeah, look, he's barely giving him any power on these combos right now. Looks like he's going to have another special 1 here. Yeah, this is 50 hits, and Mysterio's throwing his first special now. That's gets clipped, but a great fight so far. Just gotta get rid of that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Dex.
I agree. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Takes a little bit of damage reflect there, but
you know what? Good fight.
But not too bad. Oh man. Yeah, that power gain is looking nada over here, man. It's just slivering in. Oh, that's a tough.
If he can get a combo here, he could actually. Oh, you know what? Yeah, he's got the miss. He's gaining a little bit of his health back from that debuff. He does have willpower, getting some more back from adrenaline. But yeah, good light intercepts here. Or light intercepts.
Yeah. Pro backdrafts right there, man. This is some excellent wall play, and he's taking his chances by taking that damage and using adrenaline to his benefit here.
Yeah, he's really done a good job of bringing this fight back, making it close. Mysterio, like we were saying before, definitely seems like one of the toughest defenders with this node combination. Only takes a little bit for this guy to really become a big problem. Like the creative answer with Punisher 2099.
Oh, just a little bit too early there.
Yeah, that was big crit too.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it looked like 20% of his health or so. Oof. That was, you know what? Like I was saying, he did a great job of coming back. Just unfortunate he gets clipped on the first one there. Yeah, I think that means the first round here, or the first round here goes to Akoris. So interesting. We got to see if Swedeah can answer back. Yeah, really close stuff.
Yeah, I was a little bit I was a little speechless there. I wasn't expecting that last hit to come in there.
Yeah.
And that was unfortunate. I was really invested in that fight. Really great fight though.
But yeah, let's see how they can come back in the next round. Okay, so let's see. Who will Swedeah pick as his defender? He does have, I would say, everybody here but Archangel is a viable defender for him. All of them. You know what? There's no real good answer for Mojo. There's no real good answer for Spider-Gwen unless you use Spider-Gwen against Spider-Gwen. Yeah, the Havoc pick here is really great too. He does not have an answer for Havoc.
No, he does not.
Yeah, who's he going to use?
Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one.
You know what? He could use Spider-Gwen. Goes for the Archangel. Just going to try and DPS race it. I respect it. I can see it.
Yep.
So I feel like
he can also bait out his heavies and answer with his own heavy.
Yeah, that's true. So I would say both of these matchups are quite difficult. This is going to be a really gameplay heavy one here. Yeah,
we're looking for skill plays here, man.
Yeah. It's tough. This is not going to be an easy fight by any means. I don't think Spider-Gwen has the easiest time against him. Certainly better than some other characters. But with this Spite node, something you really got to watch out is him throwing that special too, and just getting a ton of degen on you. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, I think he's going to be maybe trying to rely on his auto evade abilities here.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
If he can get up the right charges, man.
Oh, I didn't even consider that. You're totally right. Yeah. Fortunately, cannot evade the special 3.
Yeah, can't dodge this one.
But yeah, that's actually an amazing shout. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they have unblockable specials, which means Spider-Gwen pretty much will evade all of them all the time.
That's right.
Yeah. So hopefully he doesn't just burn from the degen. Ooh, the stun coming in too.
Oh, the stun coming
back. Not looking great for Akoris. Ooh, yeah. Mojo not an easy defender.
One,
yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing some of that auto evade action going on there, man, but unfortunately did not happen. Looks like that's just kind of like a bad roll. Didn't get a chance to get. Actually, I don't think there was any special attacks there happening. I think it's pretty.
Yeah, no, it was a tough one for Akoris to catch a foothold in. But you know what? He's left the ball in Swedeah's court, so let's see if Swedeah can capitalize on it.
All right, let's get the free throw in.
All right, I feel like this is going to be a tough matchup. Anytime you bleed this Havoc, he's going to be putting them on those debuffs on you, plasma buildups. Ooh, he gets the...
Yeah, but maybe not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in good shape, man. I think that's exactly the play that we had there. Oh, he didn't have enough there. That's a bad roll, man. Unlucky with 3 neurotoxins on, and he got hit with that. So it's not impossible, but it's not the best.
Let's see. He needs another neurotoxin here. Oh, he's getting close. You know what, though? He's definitely already got the HP advantage on Akoris for this round, though. So real just kind of victory lap coming in here. Yeah, he's got to be careful with those stuns. Those neurotoxin stuns could be reflected on him, too, if he's not careful. Ooh, 3 neurotoxins on that heavy. That's big.
Yeah, that's real big.
Yeah, oh, man. Let's see. Needs this special 3.
You gotta be fast though, because Limber is really coming into play here. You gotta be really fast on those heavies to not lose the opportunity.
Yeah, you've got to be real quick then. Plasma Detonate does not do enough to finish him off. Yeah, it looks like he's getting control of this fight. He needs 1 more neuro and he's back in there. Gets opened up a little bit. Oh, great spacing.
Oh, that's a good one, man. Okay, looks like he's gonna. Oh,
okay, the stun at the end saving him.
What? That is amazing.
Oh, no. Answering with his own special.
Oh.
Wow, this is close. Oh no. Oh, the unblockable.
Oh.
Now this is.
Oh, that got.
Oh, the neurotoxin saved him. Okay, you know what? Great fight. Honestly, that's a super tough matchup. Great job just really forcing his way into that fight.
Yeah, man, there's so much going on there, man. We barely got a chance to get out all of our commentary. We were doing more grunting than anything.
No kidding. Exciting stuff, but you know what? Swedeah takes round 2 to even it out. Going into round 3, we've got to see who can take the final series here of the European semis.
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Okay, so Akoris here, his last defender. I gotta say, I'm feeling Maw. I'm feeling he doesn't have a great answer to the Maw. He doesn't have anybody to deal with the miss thing. I feel like you can use Spider-Gwen pretty easy to deal with. Claire, you could kind of deal with the Mortal A-Bomb. Maybe not. You can't really get her into that poison mode, but I think, yeah, Maw is the pick here.
Yeah. He goes for Maw there. Now, you can counter him if you can bait out those heavy attacks, and you have someone whose heavy attack is reaches far enough, which I think he's going to end up using Kingpin on this one.
Yeah, I think Kingpin, Spider-Gwen might be able to reach it too. She does have a pretty long heavy. I do like the Claire into the Immortal A-Bomb here. That's a great pick. He's going to have tons of power. He's going to be able to power control him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think both of these, it's funny actually, they both have the classes inverted on both sides. Both are Mystic versus Science or Science versus Mystic. And I got to give a little bit of an up on Akoris here. I feel like this matchup here is definitely more favorable than the Maw. Once he gets one combo in, he's just going to be safe, and he should be fine for the rest of the match. He's just going to constantly gain power.
Yeah. It's an interesting choice. I think I would have gone a Kingpin myself, because you have that safety on that heavy attack, which is going to give you those knockdowns and keep him from getting that focus. That's going to end up giving you problems later on in the match.
Yeah.
But on this particular fight, this is what we're talking about. It looks like he's not getting the lucky enough roll.
Oh, he got the luck there.
Right at the end.
Okay, he can come back from this. He's just got to be careful about the acid burn, which will not trigger because he will not get any poisons. Gonna get some big healing and adrenaline here, and some big power control. Ooh, catches the parry there. Gotta watch out.
Yeah, those are tough. Those are tough, and he gets it right on the wall there. That's excellent play.
Yeah. Tough thing here is really gonna be dealing with the healing coming out of Immortal A-Bomb. Normally, your poisons would not be a problem, but since he has that reduced healing, the reduction of healing that built into Immortal A-Bomb's kit, it's not going to be as powerful as it regularly would be. But looks like he's getting him under control pretty well here. Definitely gaining some ground back in the fight, healing off of these petrifies.
Yeah, but not as much as you would want to. These SP2s are not going to give as much healing as you might want, but he's not in that mode anyway. This looks like it's going to be a slog, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
Unfortunate hit.
Oh, the parry. Okay, he's back in it. Good punish on the heavy attack there. A little risky even going for it that early, but yeah, I think if he gets in a good rhythm here of getting special twos and he's able to get out of the corner, this spin attack is a little bit threatening there, but yeah, looks like he actually isn't running the Despair Mastery, which is interesting to me. I think if he even had 1 or 2 points in the Despair Mastery, he should be reversing the healing here. But yeah.
Not looking that way. Still takes a hit there at the end. Hopefully he'll be able to heal off of this and not take any more.
He's very smartly here poking into his block, and he's getting those weakness debuffs on him to heal even more from willpower. He's doing a really good job, and Immortal A-Bomb is actually helping him stay in this fight quite a bit. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the clock isn't.
Yeah, that's a great shout here, you know. He is running down that clock. That Immortal A-Bomb's healing is just really tough to deal with, especially with the Super Masochism node. Yeah, he's just not able to really get through it all the way. Can you get another combo in before the timer runs out?
Yeah.
Nice.
And launch a special. Okay, man. Well, I mean, kudos to lasting all the way through that match.
Yeah.
That looks like a nerve-wracking match. And it's actually a little bit soul-sucking as you're watching that health bar not go very far.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if he had the Despair Mastery, maybe we'd see a little bit of a difference there. But yeah, quite close. And still, I think that's a great pick and kept himself alive, which was not an easy thing to do. Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, so let's see if Swedeah can answer back.
Yeah, this is getting close.
Yeah, so he's gonna need the AI to play with him a little bit here. He's gonna need those heavy attacks, and hopefully he has the spacing to punish it. Ooh, this is tough. Maw is not helping him out at all.
He's got to get one of those knockdowns soon to stop that focus.
Well, he needs the heavy. Okay, so he's gonna get one here, and he nullified the dex. So that's a mission complete. Ooh, he lands the parry.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
This is a tough fight. Okay, so Falter's coming in. Does he try to punish? No, he's good. Good job being cognizant of that. Yeah, that huge reach.
There we go.
And he gets the slow, so he gets the extended timer. Okay, he's got to be careful here now. Oh, the special 3 is coming.
Oh.
Yeah, something actually I didn't consider with Ma here as a defender is if you dodge that special 1, he's going to put a Fury buff on you, which is going to give him Spite for probably most of the fight. That's a really long Fury buff there. Another degen there. Oh no, the combo. Wow. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, we went from Mossum to that was Moffle, man.
Oh no. Well, very close there, but Akoris does come out with the win. Great pick with the Ma as a defender there on that Spite node.
Yeah.
So tough to deal with.
Yeah, that's really tough, man. And without being able to get too many of those heavies, he just could not break the focus, and you get that basically unavoidable degen damage at the end there.
Yeah.
So that's a tough match. That is a tough match. But I mean, excellent plays all the way through. Well, there you have it, folks. And there you have it, John. What an amazing set of fights that we saw here. We had 3 series go down in the Summoner Showdown semifinals for Europe and Russia. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought all of our players came out swinging. Really, really great performance from all of them. Loved every single second of it. All of the sets were remarkably close. And I really loved seeing the players get to sink their teeth into this new draft game mode.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the amazing things that we saw happen here was Fintech actually sweeping one of the series, as we did not see that at all with the rest of the series.
Yeah, like I was saying there, all of these series were so close. Fintech, the only one to manage to not lose a round in his series. Really masterful performance of him, and in that series particularly, I think he had a really great draft.
Oh, absolutely. And, well, that explains why he takes the winning spot in this semifinals for Europe and Russia. Super, super big congratulations to him.
Yeah, amazing stuff, Fintech. Really, really well deserved here. Great drafting. Great bounce back after that first game against Swedeah to come and win it all. Super, super well played by him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, coming up next, we get to speak with our semifinalists and, of course, our winner of the semifinals. And first up, we're going to get to talk with Swedeah. Well, now, those were some hard-fought fights right there. Super exciting, coming right down to the line. But, of course, we can only have one winner. John, what did you think?
Yeah, I think we had some really interesting and creative picks, and I'm excited to see how those picks will translate into the finals.
Yeah, for sure. Now, we do have our semifinalists here, starting with Swedeah. And I really wanted to know, how did you feel about your performance today?
Could have been better. I'm being honest, man. Especially that last fight that really didn't go as planned.
I did see some really awesome picks from you, though. I didn't even think about using Archangel into a Mortal A-Bomb before, but as soon as I saw that pick, I was like, oh my goodness, what an awesome one. How did you feel that your draft went for that kind of stuff?
Well, like picking all the champions to like as a attacker. I feel like I should have banned Mysterio the second time.
Yeah, Mysterio seemed to be a bit of the meta this time around. He was definitely a tough defender, especially with that Spite node.
Yeah, and the unblockable special one.
Oh my goodness.
That was the combo that like messed things up.
Oh yeah, I get tricked up by that all the time. It catches me, and I'm always just face palming right after he clips me with one of those hits. Always rough stuff.
But I feel like Spite, that was the worst part. Because I hit my SP3 like two times, I think.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got to kind of deal with it a couple times there. Yeah, it's tough. I was thinking even that, what would be your opinion on trying to bring somebody like Spider-Man 2099 or Red Guardian that can't gain buffs so you can avoid that Spite? Do you think it's more worth it to try and bring a counter for the specific fight you're going into, so like the character, or to just try and deal with the nodes. So let's say instead of...
I think it's better to just bring a character counter. Like
Yeah.
I had Red Guardian, but
Mhm.
I didn't get to pick him in my cards.
Absolutely. Sweet. I have a question for you. Seeing as your skill that you show off with Kamala Khan all the time, you have an absolute grasp on the game. You know how to intercept. It's almost as if you can read the AI, which is absolutely amazing. And with all those skills in place, how does the game change for you with the mechanic of having picks and bans, and then also being kind of being sent into a certain direction for which champions you can choose? How does that change the game for you?
I mean, it doesn't. Picking the specific champion to fight against the defender, like that doesn't really matter much. The more is like you depend much more on how the AI behaves, and this AI was kind of like really passive sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially like Mysterio, he's got kind of a funky one sometimes. You know, he's just kind of randomly throwing heavies. He can be an extra tricky one on top of, again, he's got that spite node too, right? So, yeah.
But I felt that the most against Maw at the end.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He like, almost full combos on my block, then dashed away. I was trying to bait heavy attacks.
Yeah.
Like knock him down. But
Oh man, it's definitely a frustrating point.
out.
Yeah.
One more question for you here, Swedeah. What message do you have for the winner?
For Fintech,
Yes.
I'm proud of him. That's it. And I hope that he wins it all.
Yeah. For Europe, for EU and Russia. Take it home.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Glad to hear it.
Thanks for coming on, Swedeah, and congratulations for getting this far. It was absolutely amazing to watch. All right, great to hear from Swedeah about what he thought in his performance. And next up, we have our next semifinalist here. We have Akoris in the house. And how did you feel about your performance?
I think I did pretty good, even though there were a lot of mistakes made. And still, like, I can accept them and I can just move ahead in my life like that. Everyone makes mistakes every time, and I think I just did my best.
That's an awesome mindset to have. I mean, I gotta say, it was a super close series. Easily one of the most competitive ones I've ever seen. And I think you all performed phenomenally. Really, I give yourself a pat on the back. You did great.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the semifinals after all. This is no easy feat to get here in the first place. Now, I do have a question. You got to pat yourself on the back a little bit and put on a big smile because there were some great fights there. Did you have a favorite moment out of all of those fights?
The first fight which I did and I won it, I guess that boosts up my confidence a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But the second fight afterwards was like super opposite of it. I couldn't even land a single hit and the AI was like super defensive. So yeah, that was the only bad moment in this competition for me.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, yeah, like you said, that first fight was really awesome. I think you really killed it on that one. Why don't you walk us through your draft a little bit? What were your thoughts or kind of your plan going into your picks and bans phase?
So initially what I thought was to put up like select those champions which can be used as an attacker and as well as a defender.
Mm-hmm.
But later, once I was getting the choices, it was not the ideal choices for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually ended up picking up a few defenders and like one or two champions which can be used both as an attacker and defender, and the remaining as only attackers, which I could use.
Yeah, that seems like a good strategy going in, trying to kind of get those generalists. I know that Sasquatch was one that I used a lot in my testing and playing this, and just because you can use him on both attack on defense, but you are, again, there is that level of RNG a bit to it where you could draft great or build a really good deck, and sometimes you don't get the luck on pulling the cards, and your plan could fall apart a little bit there. But I really like the mindset you had there of trying to make sure you have an even balance and just making do with what you can.
Yeah, it's I think it's a part of life. You'll never get everything that you need, so you have to make the best out of the things which you're getting.
Yeah, resilience. You got to make the best of what you've got, and I still think you did a great job. Like I said, this is one of the most competitive ones competitive series that we've seen in the Showdown, and I think everybody played phenomenally.
Yeah, absolutely. I love his mindset too about how he wants to adapt and you can't get everything that you need. Which brings us to my next question. How did you feel playing in this new mode? We asked Swedeah the same question about how skillful he is, and as skillful as you are, how does that change the game, having some of those elements kind of pulled from under you and still having to adapt?
I think the concept of this year's tournament was like phenomenal. Like you're not going blindly into a fight in which you have like a class disadvantage, and you at least have an option to make your fight succeed. And I feel it's a good thing.
Yeah, having that extra information so you can plan around the defender a little bit more makes a lot of sense. I totally agree with that.
I have a question for you. What message do you have for the winner of the semifinals today?
The message for the winner of the semifinals is to just win this showdown for all the European and Russians who actually wanted to participate but couldn't because we had somewhat better skills than them. And just make them proud at least that their continent actually won the whole Summoner Showdown this year.
Nice. Love to hear the support for the region. The friendly vibes coming out from here. Swedeah, similar things. Sounds like you guys are all pretty close together and wanting to make sure that even if they bested you, they're still proving that they're the best in the world.
Yeah, I mean, if you are beating us, then you should beat everyone.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome stuff from Akoris. Now, before we get started with our winner, I want to mention, in the event of a tie, we look to see who lost the least number of rounds. And since our winner, Fintech, was the only player to have a clean sweep, he's the one that's advancing to the finals. And here I bring you Fintech. How are you feeling about this monumental win, my man?
I'm feeling great. It was a tough fight, but yeah, I managed to get here.
Excellent work. Yeah. How do you feel the draft went? Obviously, this is kind of the first time that a lot of you guys are getting to play this outside of getting a little familiar with it. But yeah, what are your opinions on kind of how your pick and ban went, and maybe what's your plan, or what was your plan going into it?
Well, first off, against Swedeah, I got pretty unlucky rolls on my champs, but yeah, I liked the concept. I really liked it.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So we were talking with Swedeah earlier, and he was talking a lot about Mysterio. So I'm just curious, what do you think Mysterio's value is in this, and how do you think he's going to kind of play going into the finals?
Well, everyone knows his AI. He likes to throw those heavies all the time. So when you add Spite to it, he's just spamming heavies and specials all day. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, certainly a really tough fight, especially with those extra nodes. Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more.
Now, one of the things that were super impressive is the fact that you not only won round 2, but you also won round 3 of the qualifiers. And that's putting you up into the stratosphere in terms of status, which is absolutely great. Having that much skill and coming into an environment that's a little less consistent than what you're used to. How did that change the way that you played and the way that you adapted?
I just had to think outside the box for this one.
Fair enough. So, as Dave mentioned there, you did qualify in round 2, but you also had the #1 score in round 3 as well. So you actually beat Swedeah out there, and you actually had the #2 score in week 1 as well. It sounds like you beat Swedeah not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times now. Does that make that win even a little bit juicier for you?
I mean, we're friends, so it's not that competitive between us, but of course it's nice to beat your friends every once in a while.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that you guys are buddies too. It's cool to see both of you in the semifinals together. I'm sure he's supporting you going into the finals. Yeah, do you have any plans or shifts that you might try, or like meta changes or draft changes you think you might put in for going into the finals?
I mean, the finals have different nodes, so of course I'm gonna have to make some changes.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have anything in mind that you might want to share with us?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not right now, at least.
Fair enough. He's keeping it close to his chest. I can't blame him on that. He's getting ready. The winner's mindset. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your favorite fight throughout this whole series?
That's hard to say. I mean, the Void against Sasquatch was probably my cleanest one so far. So I'd have to go
that's
with
a really
one.
great fight. That's a Sasquatch can be a really tough one to deal with, and yeah, great pick there.
Absolutely. I love the fact that he uses, like cleansing terminology. Like he cleaned it. It was a clean fight, but he also swept through. I just find that fantastic. That's just really good job. It's probably a bad joke. It's all good. This is what I'm known for. Yeah. It's not even as bad as the one that I had going. I wanted to have the Fintech mobile that goes broom broom because it sweeps. But
wow.
Yeah. I just had to put that together. That's what you get when you do a fantastic job. You get Dave's dad puns.
Yeah. And Fintech, you really did do a fantastic job. Got to congratulate you again. Yeah. Again, the only one to get a sweep here. Maybe I guess walk us through what was a little bit different with the Akoris round versus the Swedeah round.
I don't know. Something just clicked, and I planned it much better.
Yeah, you think maybe just getting a little bit more familiar with it, getting kind of more accustomed to it. Yeah, fair enough.
Pretty much.
Nice. Did you feel any nerves going into it, maybe after the first round coming into it, or maybe you needed to win that round, the pressure was on? What did you think you felt going into that third round?
I'd say nerves were pretty tight there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you absolutely crushed it though. Again, like Dave said, the only one to get a clean sweep. So really great work on your part there. Yeah, nerves of steel, in fact, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We do have a question for your fellow future finalists. Are you feeling like you can take this home? Do they have to watch out for you? How are you feeling about this?
I feel I can definitely do it, but it depends. We'll see how it goes.
Fair enough.
All right, go on the humble route. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
All
it.
Right. Well, thank you so much for jumping on with us and giving us some insight into how an amazing player does his thing in the tournament under so much pressure and coming out on top. You did absolutely amazing. Should be super proud of yourself. Both pats on the back. And we'll see you in the finals. Well, big time showing from all our contestants today, all of our semifinalists, and of course, we did get one finalist out of that, and that was Fintech. What a fantastic performance. I have a feeling the community is going to be swept off their feet.
Really awesome performance by Fintech. Couldn't agree more. Swedeah and Akoris, really great work from them too. Really, really close. One of the closest series we've ever seen in the Summoner Showdown. But yeah, Fintech, just absolutely monstrous performance and squeaking away with the win here.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see some more. So make sure that you tune in to the next Summoner Showdown, and we'll see you in the Battle Realm.